Trevor Martin, aka T Martin, is the director of this site. He fucking owns the damn site.
I found this new site called CSGO Lotto, so I'll link it down in the description. I was able to get like a little sponsorship and get some skins from my way.
A huge shout out to H3H3 Productions and Ethan for running my story and taking it to the world stage. Also, a big thank you to H3H3 Army for showing up right on time with the reinforcements. Team Honor couldn't have done it without you guys. Also, I couldn't reply to all of your comments, but thank you so very much again. Once I made the second video, I did request Trevor to come out clean to his viewers because he owed it to them. But he double-crossed me and went to Scarce News channel to lie even more. Watch how he contradicts himself every few seconds. I do own the site now, I didn't back then. At that point, it was a feeler video to see if my viewers would enjoy that type of content and whether or not I should invest in the business.
People are making it out to be. So basically the story behind it is last year, Tom and I were in LA. We were on a rooftop pool at a hotel. And we were just kind of...
I just didn't know A, if my viewers would like it, B, if the devs and end product would be up to my standards to promote. So although I was currently working with them and offering ideas and stuff, I wanted to keep it low-key until I knew it would be something I was proud of.
For me, I was really excited about it. I had a couple of buddies who I used to play Call of Duty with who ended up being super high up, like software web developers. And they were like, you know what, we can do this. So I put together a team and I built a site. And my...
Trevor, man, how many times do you have to test your viewers?
Last couple of days, I don't know, I was up in Michigan for the holidays with my girlfriend's family and stuff for like a week, so I was kind of out of the game, but I came back and it looks like CSGO Lotto has this new kind of like mode to bet. It's called Dual Arena. So you guys...
Trevor, did you ever fake your winnings or deceive your fan base of 5 million? Twitter users NB Holiday Doc, aka Josh, and Sons, and Croc76 contributed to this story. You can see T Martin is logged in as the site admin and as a bot. Now watch T Martin playing alongside his friend YouTube Brock, and let me explain you why this is shady. I have never seen any owner of the gambling site logged in these bots. Why is this shady? Basically, if he wins, he gets other people's items, and if he loses, he still has those items he deposited. Also, these bots hold tons of items and he can send them to anyone on Steam he wants. In other words, T Martin is in a never-ending winning loop where he has full access to the behind of the scenes stuff and can basically never lose. Also, a huge shout out to DJ Rocks for doing the painful work of watching their videos to find evidence. Let me ask you again, Trevor, did you ever deceive your fan base or fake your winnings? Now, it's important that you understand how this gambling works. There was a MoTV versus CSGO Diamonds scandal that broke out a few months ago. In this, MoTV released some private Skype chats where you can see CSGO Diamonds owner telling MoTV how he can tell him the future roles and help him win so that it looks good on his life.
So I'm explaining something to you. It's pretty complex, so if you don't understand and need me to explain it better, let me know. Our site is probably flared, just like double. Probably flared means you can verify the integrity of your rolls and see they weren't manipulated or rigged. For a site to be probably fair, you have a seed. All rolls will be made off that seed, but the seed is hashed. You cannot see. Anyway, your seed is kept on our server obviously, and we can see all the rolls you're going to make. So if you were to bet 1,000 times now, I could tell you what all of your roll numbers will be before you place the 1,000 bets because I can see your server seed. Now, this is how all probably fair sites work. Owners of sites can see all future results. They just can't manipulate them. So just an idea. If you were to stream, I can tell your next rolls are going to be
live stream. So in a nutshell, the owners or site admins have easy access to future results on the
saying people will still say and spam rigged no matter what. That doesn't matter to them. No, read it all, or I'll give you a TLDR. The way it probably works is the owners of the server where your seed is kept can see all your future rolls. Oh, so if I were to look right now, you're saying you want to let me know if I'll win? I can tell you your next roll is going to be 34-45.
Their betting sites. This whole behind the scenes stuff is explained very well by Mr. Duncan Shields, aka Thorin, a very respected CSGO community member. Please watch this video until 20 minutes for a detailed explanation. Link is in the description. As T Martin and Syndicate being the owners of CSGOLotto.com, it can be said that there was nothing stopping them from knowing the future results. I hope you found what you came looking for. Part 4 and 5 is already under production.
There's a 5? Part 5? What are we on now? Part 3? Oh, this is good. I feel like I could be fucking just entertained by this all the time.
Ago,
I don't know why I'm watching this. I don't know why I'm watching it, but I am.
Here
right?
is my response.
I do want to say that I love you guys. You guys seriously mean the world to me. You have for the past 6 years that I've been on YouTube, and you honestly have changed my life. I don't care because I make videos about what I love. Yes, it's fantastic. I'm able to make money at what I do.
Thank you for the 8 months, man. Meme Crusader, 6 months. Fireman, Tier 2, 6 months. A3 Kings,
going on.
2 months. Thank you guys.
I've been smart with my money and my investments and stuff. YouTube literally isn't even a majority of my income anymore. Like, it's a minor portion of what I make on, like, you know, in terms of...
YouTube literally isn't even a majority of my income anymore. Like,
and this is the reason, boys and girls, T Martin doesn't give a fuck about anything, and especially his fans on YouTube. As per rough estimates, CSGOLotto.com brings in about 100,000 per month during slow times and around 250,000 plus during peak times. When you bring in that kind of money, you don't give a fuck about your YouTube fan base or what you say in your 2-minute apology video. First, he uses his dog for pity, then shuts down his site temporarily and does this fake apology video and brings the site back later like nothing happened.
So, and this is very important to me, I believe that every game offered on CSGO Lotto has been legitimate, and I am committed to making sure that that remains true.
Are you sure? Because we have you on video logged in as admin and as a bot where you had the power to steal anything from other players.
The businesses are in compliance with the law. This is why I do not condone minors under the age of 18 to use CSGO Lotto.
Just listen to this lying piece of shit. You can't control who logins in your website. If someone doesn't have a login account, you are telling them to click here to create a new one. This takes the user to Valve's website where the age is 13 years or older. Then this 13 years old creates an account, returns back to your site, clicks on yes I'm 18 and starts gambling. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just shut this kid's casino, man.
My connection to CSGO Lotto has been a matter of public record since the company was first organized in December of 2015. However, I do feel like I owe you guys an apology. I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you. And
really, not clear, eh? You never fucking disclosed it ever. Would you listen to this guy?
Sure that my YouTube channel as well as all of my other businesses are in compliance with the law.
So apparently he has found a loophole that is saving his ass so far. Here is State of Florida's law against online gambling. It says, whoever plays or engages in a game of chance at any place by any device whatever for money or other things of value shall be guilty of a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree. And then he keeps on saying it's not gambling.
All aspects, both in the legality terms. Now, obviously, the term this community uses for this type of site is gambling. And yes, a lot of the sites out there would qualify under the kind of definition of gambling. CSGO Lotto does not.
Dude, your video titles say it otherwise.
What?
Total Biscuit was quick to comment.
What?
Let's see how well your apology goes over with the FTC, you narcissistic, dishonest embarrassment. PC Gamer has already labeled it as the worst apology ever, and Game Informer said T Martin didn't apologize for his deception. This comment, which was later deleted by T Martin on his apology video, sums up all his fans' sentiment. Work the Space says, it seems apparent you are sorry you got caught and not sorry for your actions. I clicked on this video hoping you would redeem yourself, but instead of addressing any legitimate concerns, you just blame viewers for not knowing information you clearly intentionally disclosed, such as the fact you were the owner of CSGO Lotto. You didn't mention this in video descriptions, your Twitter or your LinkedIn page. When called out on this, you adjusted these accordingly, which to me is a clear acknowledgement of wrongdoing. This video came across as a heavily scripted to the extent where at some point it sounded like you were reading from a sheet from your lawyers. There was no sincerity in the apology, and while I appreciate your content, ultimately through this whole ordeal, you have exposed a sleazy, perhaps even greedy part of your personality you have clearly tried to hide. I hope you help me spread the message so that we can shut down T Martin Kids Casino. Remember, always honor the call.
Always honor the call. Oh my. Oh my god, this is funny, dude. I'm having a good time, bro. Part 5.
So,
How many?
a quick update on T Martin, Pro Syndicate, and CSGO gambling scandal.
Shit.
First
This is
of all,
nice.
CSGO Lotto or similar gambling websites make about a minimum of $1 million per month. This is absolutely
go.
insane.
There
Thank
you
you
go.
so much for sending me the correct numbers. Now, something very
Dude, these websites back then were literally fucking making so much money back then, bro. Like to the point where they were literally paying streamers that, not owners, paying streamers to promote their things up to 6 figures a month.
very important. If you are a US citizen, then you can join the lawsuit against CSGOLotto.com or any CSGO gambling website where you may have lost your money. I have been in touch with the law firm that filed the lawsuit against T Martin and Pro Syndicate, and they have told me that any US citizen can join the lawsuit. Let me repeat myself. It doesn't matter if you lost money on CSGOLotto.com or any CSGO gambling site, be it CSGO Wild or CSGO Diamonds or any for that matter, you can still join the lawsuit. So here is what you have to do. If you are a US citizen and over the age of 18, choose to mention that Honor the Call sent you. Now, if you are under the age of 18, you don't know yet, a second lawsuit was filed against Valve, which was then updated yesterday to include Trevor Martin and Thomas Cassell and their site CSGOLotto.com. This was filed in Florida by a mom on behalf of her son. Unfortunately, this lawsuit is not open to anyone outside the US. Whenever that changes, I will update you right away. I'm also hearing reports that CSGOLotto.com is not functioning to its normal capacity. Here, these images were posted by Keemstar yesterday on his Twitter, where you can clearly see players who haven't apparently learned a lesson yet are losing their skins, pants, and whatnot. Many of you have tweeted at me saying Gold Glove TV and KYR Speedy have also updated their descriptions to include sponsored by CSGOLotto.com. I'm investigating this further and I will have more updates for you as they become available. Surprisingly, we haven't heard any apology from Pro Syndicate, and looks like there won't be any because the law firm that has taken over their case has sent out this message. Given that there is litigation pending, no further public comments will be given on this matter. My comments will be contained in legal arguments to the court at the appropriate time. I have also been told by someone from the UK that Pro Syndicate is under investigation by British Gambling Commission. Let me know if you have any more information on this. Josh OG, the popular Twitch streamer who was listed as the secretary of CSGOLotto.com, has come forward with a much better apology than T Martin or Pro Syndicate. He basically tells the whole story and apologizes at the end. If you want to read the full apology, I will leave the link in the description. That's all for now. Thank you so much for your support.
Yeah, I exactly. Everyone, things just kind of went on. Feel like nothing even came of anything.
Team Honor, we will be hitting 50,000 subscribers very soon, and I'm planning my first ever Q&A video. If you have any burning questions, all episodes, take the video down and say you do not have any proof, admitting you are just trying to get views, and I will pay you $1,000 PayPal. If you do not comply, I will tell my fans to dislike all your videos and report the videos. And also, I know people very up high in YouTube that could quite easily remove your channel. Hope you make the right decision. T Martin. Also, do not even speak to me about the money. I will not reply until I see a new video and a tweet. That, ladies and gents, was the threat email sent by T Martin to me the very next day of my first video on Gambling Empire.
Why do I feel like that wasn't? That's probably. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and tell you that this most likely isn't T Martin. This is probably not T Martin. Like.
So links are in the description below. Now, I'm going to make things very
tmartin.bizdev@gmail.com. Come on.
simple.
What the fuck is... I'm gonna go out on a limb. This probably isn't T Martin. That's all I'm
for you.
saying.
You take the video down and say you do not have any proof, admitting you are just trying to get views, and I will pay you $1,000 PayPal. If you do not comply, I will tell my fans to dislike all your videos and report the videos. And also, I know people very up high in YouTube that could quite easily remove your channel. Hope you make the right decision. T. Martin. Also, do not even speak to me about the money. I will not reply until I see a new video and a tweet. That, ladies and gents, was the threat email sent by T. Martin to me the very next day of my first video on Gambling Empire. I remember looking at the CSGO Lotto registration docs for the first time, and holy shit balls, I said, this is big. What am I going to do? Should I make a video? Should I not? No one is safe. So much went through my mind. I found like 9 different sets of proofs that T. Martin and Pro Syndicate own CSGO Lotto. This was broad daylight robbery. When the first video went up, initially the response was good, but then T. Martin and the gang got wind of it and start sending hate towards the channel. Overnight, I had more dislikes than likes, and I started questioning the very existence of my channel. At this point, few things happened. First, T. Martin sent me that email in which he tried to threaten me and also kind of bribe me. Then I got worried and I thought it would be nice to know what T. Martin is thinking and what his plans are. Is he really going to sue me? Luckily, I knew someone I met on Reddit who was friends with T. Martin. This Reddit person was helping me understand the Call of Duty game code and also helping me in making the COD news videos. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm starting a shitstorm about your friend. Just want to give you a heads up. I hope this doesn't ruin our relationship. This friend reached out to T. Martin on his own about how he knows the guy who is making the Gambling Empire videos. This is when T. Martin decided to chat with me on Skype. In this whole Skype chat, T. Martin basically tried convincing me that he is right and I shouldn't post any more videos, and I tried convincing him that he's wrong and he should post an apology video. But this conversation has something about FaZe and CSGO Wild that you should see. T. Martin, I'm just asking that you reach out to me before making more videos like that, dude. That's all. I have been dealing in this business for almost a year now. I have a lot of experience and can explain anything you want. Then I said, hey, as of yesterday, there are so many CSGO Wild visitors contacting me with data, proof, evidence, whatever you want to call it, against that site and its influencers. It is officially out of my hands. T. Martin, you made a lot of statements without proof or knowledge on the subject, and it hurts 2 multi-million-dollar companies. I didn't make any statements without proof. T. Martin, I don't know anything about Wild. We are competitors and don't really talk much. I thought you were close friends with the FaZe guys. I'm sure you two talk. T. Martin, I have no clue what their dealings are and how legitimate they are or aren't, but that has nothing to do with CSGO Lotto. If you know they're based out of Antigua, I'm sure you know more than me. T. Martin, as I said, when I got involved with the site, I wanted to make the best and most legitimate option out there. A lot of the sites are run by kids, blah 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 blah. Then I said, hey, I'm sure your intentions were good. T. Martin, we don't talk much, at least not since I became involved with Lotto. I think they were jealous and took the competition thing too seriously. I know they're based out of Antigua because I did a little research on them. They moved to Antigua because they knew they were not legal in the US. It's almost an admission of guilt. We stayed in the US because we have made sure we are all good to go on the legal side of things. I'm not running from the law because I believe Lotto is legal. I made sure of that. The day that I'm disproven is the day I shut down the site. That's been my mentality from the start. And then when I was about to post my second video, I thought, what if he really files a lawsuit against me? I only have 1,800 subscribers. No one knows me and no one is going to help me. What I needed was leverage, and leverage did I find. I found and emailed the law firm who had initially filed the lawsuit against Valve. I told them, I said, hey, I have video and audio evidence of CSGO gambling site owner gambling on his own site under the nose of Valve. Guess what? They replied back and were interested in seeing the evidence. This was my leverage. I had plans to shut down T. Martin's lawsuit threats with this, but I received so much support on the Gambling Empire series from you guys that I never ended up using it. This is the same law firm that later on filed the class action lawsuit against T. Martin and Syndicate. After my second video, Scares covered the story again, and H3H3 got the wind of this. Ethan reached out to me and said he was doing his own research on CSGO gambling but loves what I have done so far.
He made 8 videos on it. No. The reason why he made 8 videos is because this was an ongoing situation. These are old videos. This shit was made in 2016. You know what I mean? The first video he put out After the first video, some other shit happened. Then he put out the second video. Then more shit happened. Then he put out a third video. Then more shit happened. No, it's not milk. Both of the check the prove, for fuck's sakes. What prove? What are you saying prove? You mean the donation? Team Martin. What is this? Oh, okay, so it shows that the email is right there. Okay, so it was his email, I guess. Damn, all right. What, dude? You need to understand something, Swift. That putting out. This is not milking, because when you put out a video that's less than 10 minutes long, you're honestly hurting yourself more than you're hurting anything. This isn't milking. If he was gonna milk it, if he was gonna milk it, he would have made every single video he put out at least 10 minutes long. Because when you hit a video, YouTube video that's 10 minutes long, you get more ad revenue for every video. What happened is he put out a video, waited for a response, put out a second video, waited for a response, put out a third video, waited for a response. I think the whole milking it is a little stretch, but I do agree that this honor the call system, he is kind of being a little over dramatic with how he's responding and shit. And
He asked me if it's okay if they run my story in their own video. I was like, dude, is that even a question? What happened after H3H3 ran the story? I guess you all know very well. There you have it. Now you know how exactly the biggest scandal in the history of CSGO and YouTube unfolded. I don't hate Trevor Martin personally, nor do I hate Pro Syndicate, but I hated the fact that they had turned so greedy that they were stealing from little kids. That is all for now. Don't forget to leave any questions for the first Q&A video. Until next time, remember, always honor the call.
This guy seems kind of like he's definitely taking I definitely feel he's taking advantage of the situation, but at the same time, it's fucking, I don't know, it's warranted.
Honor. So tonight I was going to post more of the Skype conversation that I had with T Martin a few weeks ago, but then this happened.
The question then becomes, if Honor the Call agreed to that, which it does seem like, did Honor the Call end up breaking privacy laws? Does that open up Honor the Call to lawsuit? And that's just for the shit.
I personally think I did not breach any privacy laws, but then again, I'm not a lawyer, and the last thing I want is to go to the court against someone who made millions every month from their kids' casino. It's funny how T Martin ran an illegal and underage gambling business and claims that he's innocent, but if I show his Skype chat, I could be breaching privacy laws. Mr. Ryan Morrison, the video games attorney, also hinted in this tweet that I did not break any law. I'm in touch with Ryan and he will be advising me on this matter. So until I get some clear legal advice, unfortunately, I can't post any Skype conversation with T Martin. Now, some of you are also suggesting that the email sent by T Martin was actually a spoof email. Whether it's a spoof email or T Martin sent in a way that it looks as a spoof email, I'm not sure. So when I post the Skype logs, I will also post the email header, as I have nothing to hide and you can make up your own mind. But then this is not the first time T Martin threatened me with a legal action. In the Skype conversation, which I hope I can share with you all sooner than later, T Martin threatened me with a legal action and also offered that him and I should collaborate on a video on my channel to show the viewers that we get along. That's all I have for now. I will keep you posted as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, remember, always honor the call.
Always honor
This Skype chat took place with T Martin on July 1st. It's about a couple of hours long and I will show and read some of the highlights. I have decided to release the logs so that you can experience what I went through and how I was up against a YouTube heavyweight with millions in his pocket and the power to do anything to me or my channel. If you are a journalist, feel free to reach me via email or Twitter and I will be happy to share the screenshots with you. Keep in mind, this chat is from the time when I only had about 2,000 subscribers and I did not know anyone. Almost halfway through the chat. Hey, and I'm asking you to share your side of the story to your viewers. Now after watching Scare's video, everyone is thinking you were trying to cover up your tracks. T Martin, you would rather base your videos on assumptions without any knowledge of law or CSGO than actually getting the story and seeing it from both sides. T Martin, you're not nobody. Why are you clearing it with me? You should do it with your fans. T Martin, you have created a shitstorm based off false accusations and untrue claims. I truly don't want want to escalate things any further. At this point in time, I'm not going to hold anything against you. I want to keep things friendly, and I wouldn't want to hurt anybody unless it's a last resort. That being said, you are indirectly attacking me by spreading misinformation. It is slanderous. You can choose not to believe it if you want, but that doesn't hold up in a court of law. If things continue as they have this past week, I will be forced to take action. This is directly affecting my livelihood and way of life. T. Martin continues on with his.
All right, well, I think we've fucking. That was funny. Yo, JJ Fried, thank you for the 10 months, brother. How you doing after that massive sub train? I'm doing good, bro. He's fucking crazy, dude. Yesterday, I don't think anything happened. I don't think anything came of of this. Does anybody know anything? Like, I don't think they even got sued. I don't think they owed anything. I don't think the lawsuit got shut down. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. BioDuel. I think it kind of just moved on and they just put everything, they just did what they needed to do and then just kind of threw up some apology videos and that was it. No one's even thinking about this anymore. Time goes by and no one's even, this is nothing now. You know what I mean? That's hilarious though. That whole Mo thing too, that was funny as hell. I was just kind of wondering because Josh OG's in the name too, but I guess, oh here, CSGO Lotto update.
This is definitely not coming as a surprise to me. In case you're living under a rock, here's what's happening with CSGO Lotto scandal. A report came out of FTC a few days ago saying they have settled the complaints with CSGO Lotto owners T. Martin and Pro Syndicate. Guys, before we go any further, I would really appreciate if you can support us over at Verifiable Giveaway official YouTube channel. We posted our first video and it has approximately $900 in giveaways. Go check it out.
God fucking
Pro
damn it.
Syndicate, and basically FTC did not charge them with any sort of monetary fine. Shocking, right? Well, not really. FTC doesn't really have the authority to charge them, and at best they have given them a warning that in future if they do not disclose the ownership of products they own and promote, there might be consequences. The official statement read, the commission order settling the charges requires Martin and Cassell to clearly disclose any material connections with an endorser or between an endorser and any promoted product or service. There were few other nuggets that came out of this report. These guys also had an influencer program where they paid, and are you ready, $2,500 to $55,000 to other YouTubers to promote the site. Now, if you've been following this story, you already know which other YouTubers were promoting CSGO Lotto, but now you even know how much they earned from these promotions. Now, here is another update on this story that you won't find anywhere else. The law firm which first sued Valve is still in the process of taking a legal action against T. Martin, so I will update you if I hear anything from them. On the other hand, Pro Syndicate seems to have escaped this scandal without even a single bruise. First of all, he is a British citizen and cannot be sued in the US. On top of that, British Gambling Commission, who took action against Nepenthes, hasn't and probably won't take any action against him. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about this. That is it for this video. Again, I would really appreciate if you can support.
Mo owned CSGO Diamond? No. He didn't own it. He was just paid to promote it. And then what happened is the owner of CSGO Diamonds went to Mo and was like, yo, we will tell you the fucking what do you call it? The hash. What do you call it? Code, whatever. Pretty much just, we'll tell you the roles before you put the money down. So you know what the role is. And then there was like an argument between them, the seed. Yeah, seed. There was an argument between them and Mo like posted that picture or something.